Have you heard the news? Congress passing groundbreaking bipartisan bill that could bring life-changing financial relief to millions of Social Security recipients across the United States. For many Americans, this new legislation means a much-needed boost to their benefits, with some recipients potentially seeing up to $4,870 in additional payments. Yes, you heard that correctly, nearly $5,000 in extra support could be heading your way. But what does this mean for you? When will these payments arrive? Who qualifies, and how much could you receive? Most importantly, what are the broader implications for the Social Security program moving forward? Stick around because we're diving deep into this monumental development. Before we unpack all the details, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. On this channel, we keep you informed about everything that affects your finances, from Social Security updates to retirement planning, Medicare changes, and more. Subscribing ensures you won't miss crucial updates that could directly impact your life and financial future. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to securing your hard-earned benefits. For millions of Americans, Social Security isn't just a check that arrives each month, it's a lifeline. Whether you're retired after decades of hard work, living with a disability, or supporting a family member who depends on these benefits, Social Security provides a critical financial foundation. However, let's be honest, over the years, that foundation has started to show cracks. Rising costs for housing, healthcare, and everyday necessities have outpaced the annual cost of living adjustments, COLAs, that are supposed to help benefits keep up with inflation. As a result, many recipients have struggled to make ends meet, even as they've spent their lives contributing to the system. This new bill seeks to change that. Let's start with some numbers to put things in perspective. The average Social Security benefit in 2024 is approximately $1,827 per month. That's about $21,924 per year. While this might seem like a decent amount on paper, the reality is starkly different for many recipients. Consider this: the average annual cost of living for a single retiree is estimated to be around $30,000. For couples, that figure is even higher. This gap between income and expenses has forced many retirees to dip into savings earlier than planned, cut back on essentials, or delay necessary medical treatments. The problem becomes even more pronounced for low-income beneficiaries and those relying solely on Social Security to cover their expenses. Enter this bipartisan bill, which addresses several key issues with the Social Security program. First, it tackles the long-standing problem of inadequate cost of living adjustments. If you've been following Social Security news, you know that COLAs are designed to help benefits keep pace with inflation. But here's the problem. The current formula used to calculate these adjustments doesn't accurately reflect the expenses that seniors and disabled individuals face. Think about it, while general inflation might hover around 2–3%, the cost of healthcare, prescription drugs, and housing often rises much faster. This creates a situation where annual COLA increases fail to make a meaningful difference in recipients' lives. The new legislation changes this by adopting a more accurate measure called the CPIE, or Consumer Price Index, for the elderly. Unlike the current formula, which is based on the spending patterns of the general population, the CPIE focuses specifically on the expenses most common among seniors. What does this mean for you? In practical terms, it means your annual COLA increases will be larger and better aligned with the actual costs you face. For example, if inflation for seniors rises by 4% in a given year, your Social Security benefits will now increase by that same percentage instead of a lower, less accurate figure. This change alone could make a significant difference over time. Let's say you currently receive $1,827 per month in benefits. Under the old formula, you might see an annual increase of around $30–50 per month. With the new CPIE formula, that increase could double, adding an extra $100 or more to your monthly check. Over the course of a year, that's an additional $1,200 to $18 in your pocket. Imagine what you could do with that money. Would you use it to cover rising medical costs? Pay off a lingering debt? Or perhaps set it aside for unexpected emergencies? The possibilities are endless, and for many, this change represents a long overdue correction to the system. But that's not all. The bill also includes a one-time payment boost that has been making headlines. This is where the figure of $4,870 comes into play. So, who qualifies for this payout, and how does it work? Preliminary reports suggest that this one-time payment is designed to provide immediate financial relief to those who need it most. Retirees who have been on Social Security for 20 years or longer, low-income beneficiaries, and disabled workers are among those expected to receive the largest payments. This one-time payment is a recognition of the financial strain many recipients have faced over the years, as well as an effort to address some of the inequities in the system. If you qualify, you could receive this additional payment as early as the summer of 2024. Yes, we're talking about this year. The government is working to expedite the rollout of these payments so that recipients don't have to wait any longer than necessary. Imagine checking your mailbox or bank account and seeing an extra $4,870 credited to your name. For many, this money could be life-changing. It could mean catching up on overdue bills, repairing a car or home, or simply having a little extra breathing room in your budget. Of course, the bill doesn't stop there. It also addresses a long-standing issue that has disproportionately affected public sector workers such as teachers, police officers, and government employees. These workers often receive public pensions instead of contributing to Social Security, which has led to significant reductions or even complete elimination of their benefits due to provisions like the Windfall Elimination Provision, WEP, and Government Pension Offset, GBO. The new legislation eliminates these provisions, ensuring that public servants who paid into Social Security through other jobs or careers receive the benefits they've earned. Let's talk numbers again. Eliminating the WEP is expected to directly benefit about 2 million retirees, many of whom have seen their benefits unfairly reduced. Similarly, removing the GPO will restore benefits to approximately 800,000 surviving spouses who have been left with little to no Social Security income due to their spouse's public pension. This change is not just about dollars and cents. It's about fairness and ensuring that all Americans, regardless of their career path, are treated equitably under the law. One of the most talked about aspects of this bill is its cost. According to the Congressional Budget Office, implementing these changes will cost approximately $196 billion over the next 10 years. Critics argue that this could accelerate the depletion of the Social Security Trust Fund, which is already projected to run out of reserves by 2034. However, proponents of the bill counter that the cost of inaction is far greater. For decades, public sector workers and other beneficiaries have been shortchanged by the system, and this legislation seeks to correct that injustice. To address concerns about solvency, the bill also includes provisions to increase funding for the program. One of the key changes is an adjustment to the income cap for payroll taxes. Currently, only the first $160,200 of an individual's earnings are subject to Social Security taxes. Under the new plan, this cap will be lifted for those earning more than $400,000 annually. This means that high-income earners will contribute more to the system, helping to balance the books without placing additional burdens on middle and lower-income workers. If you're wondering when these changes will take effect, here's what we know. The bill has already passed Congress and is awaiting the president's signature. Once signed into law, the new COLA formula will take effect in 2025, meaning your January 2025 payment will reflect the updated calculations. Meanwhile, the one-time payment is expected to roll out between June and August of 2024. For those affected by the elimination of the WEP and GPO, the changes will apply to benefits payable after December 2023. As we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on what this bill represents. At its core, this legislation is about restoring fairness and dignity to the Social Security system. It's a recognition that after a lifetime of hard work, Americans deserve to retire with security and peace of mind. For millions of recipients, these changes could mean the difference between just getting by and truly living. So, what do you think about these changes? Are you hopeful about the future of Social Security? Or do you have concerns about how these reforms will be implemented? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And if this video helped you better understand the new legislation, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with others who might benefit from this information.